What's up YouTube? It's your girl Ashley from All Things Ashley and welcome to the Dollhouse. Today's video is going to be a review on LuvMeHair, but it's not going to be an unboxing video. This is a package that I received today. I will do a separate review of this hair when it's time. But if you would like to see a LuvMeHair unboxing video, I'll leave one that I did about a week ago in the description box below. So if you're ready to see an unboxing video, check that one out and then come back and see us here. This video is going to actually be about the things that I like and the things that I dislike about LuvMeHair. We'll go through the process and I will let you know things that I've tried, obstacles that I've run into, the things that I really like, and then the things that I really don't. So stay tuned and I'll have that information for you. Okay, so we are going to get into the details of LuvMeHair.com. So one of the first things that I really like about LuvMeHair is the ease of use on its website. Now, it's basically what you see is what you get. The pictures are not stolen. I love the fact that the pictures aren't stolen. I have gone and found girls from their website. That may be a little stalkerish, but I have found girls that are in the pictures on their websites. I went and found their Instagram pages or found their YouTube reviews and verified that the person on the page and the hair on the model matches up to the actual model. On a lot of hair pages, they'll take someone's picture or someone's video, attach it to a similar wig, and then market it that way. But the one thing that I love about LuvMeHair is that they use real models or real clients, customers, not just paid people, sponsors. They'll use your picture if you allow them to. So the first thing that I really love is their website. What you see is what you get. It's very easy to use. It's basically point and click. They have their website broken down into categories. So if you're searching for a U-part wig or a lace front wig, you can also search by color, which is something that I really like. They also have a search bar. So if there's a particular wig that you're looking for, you can find a keyword and search it that way as well. Anything that's a new arrival or restock has its own section on the website as well. So if it's a wig that you were looking for and then you get that email that says, hey, it's back in stock, you can just click on restocks and go and find your wig. So the ease of use on their website is light years ahead of some other hair vendors that I've used. So kudos to LuvMeHair for their website. Now, the first thing that I don't like about LuvMeHair is not necessarily their fault, but it is an issue when it comes to the clients and their actual buyers. They have scam-like websites that look exactly the same, and I actually fell for one. Luckily, my bank stopped the charge. So when I went on the website, I picked the wig that I wanted, I made the purchase, I immediately got a notification from my bank saying, hey, we think this is fraudulent, we canceled the purchase, we didn't send through your card information, please call us when you get a chance. Shortly after that, I didn't know what happened, so I went just to one of my emails from LuvMeHair, I clicked on the link, I went through, I ordered the same exact wig, I got it, I wore it. It's actually in my head right now, you guys are getting a twofer, and everything went through fine. A short while after, I did get an email from LuvMeHair basically telling its clients about this fake website. And guys, it looks exactly the same. It looks exactly the same. So the official website for LuvMeHair is shop.lovemehair.com. So if you were on that website, you should be okay and good to go as far as purchasing your hair. Any other site, even if it looks real and it has the logos and it even allows you to make a purchase, please beware that those websites are not real and that they will take your money. I don't know if they're gonna send you product or not. I've never researched it. Again, luckily my bank went ahead and stopped the charge, so your girl didn't get got. And I was able to go back and purchase from LuvMeHair. I have since then received maybe 2 or more emails from LuvMeHair basically explaining that these websites are popping up. Imitation is the best form of flattery, but when it comes to your customers, we don't want to be bothered with, fake websites and people who are trying to steal our information. We don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they're stealing our information or trying to steal our money or if they're gonna actually send us wigs and they're just using it for competition, I have no idea. But the one thing I will say that I dislike about their website is you have to be exactly sure that you're on the right website, or you're gonna end up on an imitator's website, and I can't confirm that you're going to receive a product, if the product's going to be a good product, if your information is going to be used. And that's just something that most consumers don't want to have to deal with. They would rather, you know, buy from a site that's not having those issues. Again, that's not something that's their fault, but it is something that we have to deal with if we're purchasing. So that is one thing that I do not like. So the next thing I like is the speed of delivery. I've typically never gotten a wig more than 4 or 5. I think I ordered a wig during Christmas time and it took 4 days. Typically in about 2 or 3 days, once I place my wig order, it is at my door. It is at my door. And the great thing is they ship through DHL, so it comes really quickly. Now I will say the second thing that I dislike is also that they ship through DHL, and the only reason is specifically for me, I don't live in a big town, and sometimes LuvMeHair requires a signature and sometimes they don't. Even last week I ordered hair from LuvMeHair and I was able to go on to DHL, which is really good about allowing you to send a package even to a different address. You can change a different delivery date, or you can go in and decide to not use the signature. You can actually get rid of it. But with this particular package, they wouldn't allow me to do it. So I had to come home. I got a call from DHL saying they were on the way to deliver and that I couldn't waive the signature release. So I had to come all the way home to accept this package. So when I got there, the truck was sitting and it was waiting on my doorstep. They were waiting on me to get there for the signature. Again, that's not, well, I guess that is something that LuvMeHair controls. I'm sure that they have had customers who have received their wigs and probably said that they didn't. So I guess I understand from a business level, but as a person who doesn't lie, I don't want to have to come home every time I get a package delivered. I would rather have the option to just release the signature so that LuvMeHair is not liable, so that DHL isn't liable. Sometimes LuvMeHair allows me to do that, sometimes they don't, which means sometimes I have to rush home and get a LuvMeHair package. Now, another thing about DHL, they have drop-off locations. So sometimes if you aren't home, you can ask them what's the closest drop-off location and you can go and pick it up from elsewhere. So those are all reasons that I love DHL, sorry. Except for I don't live in a large town. So the closest pickup location for me is like 70 miles out of the way. So if I order from LuvMeHair, I have to decide whether or not, or I have to wait to see when I get a notification from DHL whether or not LuvMeHair is gonna let me waive the signature and release it, or not let me waive the signature and release it. And if I can't, I have to come home, no matter where I am, and meet the delivery guy. If I can't meet the delivery guy, they'll take it to a drop-off location that's 70 miles away from my house. If I don't want it taken to the drop-off location, I have to wait and do it all over again. Wait for a day that I can sit at home and wait. Sometimes they'll give you a time frame, but today they said that they couldn't. They had no idea when they would be in my area, so it was basically, as the representative would say, a waiting game. So it would be great if LuvMeHair either didn't require the signature or they were consistent about whether or not you could release it or not. That would be really good, and that would help them not be held liable. Okay, so we're done with the logistics. Let's actually get into the hair. The first thing that I really love about their product is the construction of their caps. So I've purchased U-part wigs, I've purchased full lace wigs, 360s, I've purchased frontal and closure wigs, just because I wanted to kind of see the difference in cap construction. And if you watch my unboxing video that I'll leave in the description, I actually have 2 different types of wigs in that video, so that I talk a little bit about the cap construction of both of them. Impeccable cap construction. I've bought, used, and made several wigs, and I will say from the ones that I've purchased, they are definitely the best at cap construction. They do an excellent job. amazing. So if you're looking for a good sturdy wig that's going to last you as far as the construction of it, this is definitely the website for that. LuvMeHair does excellent cap construction, whether it be the glueless wigs or the regular ones. Even their U-part wigs, the placement of the combs, impeccable. So the best thing that I like about the actual hair is the cap construction. One other thing that I love about LuvMeHair is it doesn't have a lot of light strands. I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys, but sometimes you'll order hair and it'll be 50 grays in it. That's not something that I found with LuvMeHair. Again, I've made several purchases. That's one thing that I always look for because it's one of those things that annoys me, and my boyfriend always notices it. He's like, hey, you got gray hair. I'm like, get away from me. That's one thing that I look for. It's not a ton of fibers and fabrics and threads and gray hairs. The color is usually consistent, and that's not always the case with wigs. A lot of them are dyed. I don't know if you guys know that or not. Typically, anytime you're dealing with human hair, there's going to be color variation, obviously. But there have been websites where I've washed it straight out of a pack, and it's a sink full of black dye. And that's not the case with LuvMeHair. The first time I wash it, I mean, you'll see the normal product buildup and those types of things, but you're not getting a sink full of dye when you wash your product on the front end, which I appreciate very much. Now to one thing I don't like about LuvMeHair. Some of my wigs have a strong scent. I don't know what the smell is. I've watched other YouTube videos and they all toss out ideas of what it could be. I have no idea. It's not something that's going to make you nauseous or make you throw up, but if you wear it without washing it, it's something you're definitely going to notice as you're having your hair installed, and maybe even the day after you have your hair installed. So I'm not sure if it's a product they put on it to preserve it during shipping, or if it's just the smell of the warehouse. I mean, I guess there's a ton of things that it could be. Again, it's not something that matters to the customer. We just don't want our hair to smell like corn chips. I don't know. I've heard it smells like gasoline or grapeseed oil. I've never been around grapeseed oil, so I just don't want to have to stink. I need to grab some drink. I'll be right back. To get a little H2O. Alrighty. So we've gone over the scent of the hair. Again, I've smelled 10 times worse, and it's not something that's going to linger, but I do want to warn you guys, any of you that are sensitive about scents, the hair does in fact have, now I've had some wigs that have a light scent. I haven't purchased any that were scentless, but I have had a couple that were pretty strong. I mean, my sister walked in and was like, what does that smell? And I didn't notice it, and she picked it up and was like, your wigs smell really strong. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. One more thing that I do love about LuvMeHair, lace. Oh, let's get into the lace. So I've ordered, again, several different styles of wigs. My most recent was the Invisible Knot edition, and it looks good. If your concern is the lace, the quality of the lace at all, or being able to melt this lace, don't worry about it. Just buy it, girl. Put it in your cart and get it sent to your house via DHL. Just make sure about it to accept your package, because they're gonna take your stuff to another city. But if your concern is lace, whether it's a 360 or a frontal or a closure, these things melt like butter. They do a great job with their lace. The Invisible Knot edition is probably my favorite right now. I'm gonna have a glueless wig that has the invisible knot, and I cannot wait to get this installed. It is a beautiful wig, completely beautiful. I may do a review of it. I don't know when I'm gonna install it. I have quite a few wigs. But again, the Invisible Knot edition is beautiful. If you are watching this video because you're unsure about the quality of lace, there are several LuvMeHair review videos where you can see it. And again, those are people that I've confirmed on their website. If you look for those same people, you can find their YouTube videos, and the product they're receiving seems very similar to the product that I received. So if lace is your concern, go ahead and buy it. Now let's get into some things that I don't like as well. I have had a hard time keeping curls in this hair. Now I don't know if it is just this particular wig. This is actually their U-part. This is from their U-part series, which I really love U-part wigs. The hair is super soft, which is consistent with LuvMeHair. Every wig that I've gotten is super soft. It has a nice hand. I've done the water wave, I've done straight, I've done the body wave several times. That's typically the wave pattern that I choose most often, is the body wave, but the hair is soft. I mean, if you're gonna run your fingers through it, or if you're gonna have people running their fingers through it, the hair is very soft and luxurious. Again, it has a nice hand to it, so if that is your concern, definitely go ahead and purchase. Very smooth, very silky, and I like that it doesn't look like baby doll hair. It does give you the natural texture of my hair. I feel like it's not too shiny, it's not too, and you know how it is when you're dealing with human hair, sometimes it can even get on the brittle side. It gets really tangly. Sometimes it looks kinky and it's supposed to be water wave. Sometimes it looks like baby doll hair and it's bone straight, so you have a hard time blending your hair. But the thing that I love about their wigs are that they are soft and luxurious without looking cheap and plastic. Again, they have a nice hand, and they do a great job matching the consistency and the texture of my own hair, which makes it easier for me to blend it, especially when I'm using U-part wigs. I've ordered 2 U-part wigs from them, and they actually are my favorite wigs to wear. But this particular wig, I will leave the details in the description below of which wig I have. There's only a couple, but you can choose the different curl patterns. I can't keep a curl in it. Now, I don't know if this is just the U-part wigs or the type of hair. Maybe it was just this one, but I had just curled this hair. And while it looks sort of curly, I had just curled it before this video. And those curls are falling quickly. It's not humid. This isn't something that I've normally saw with U-part wig, with LuvMeHair wigs, and I watched a bunch of tutorials, but this is really the only wig that I curl. The rest of them, like I said, I have water wave, I have straight ones, I have body wave, and I typically wear them in their natural texture. But this one I've tried to curl, and these babies are just falling. I have one other wig that is the undetectable lace that I tried to curl, and it did not hold a curl. Now, I've saw several YouTube videos and reviews where they're curled beautifully and they say their curls last all day, but I have to say, mine didn't. Maybe it's what type of flat iron are y'all using? What type of flat iron, what type of curler are you using to keep these curls in all day? Because I run into trouble with my LuvMeHair wigs in particular, because I do wear other wigs. I mostly wear LuvMeHair, but I'm having a hard time keeping the curl. And you can say it's my flat iron, or you can say that it's my curling technique, but I use the same curling technique and the same flat iron on every wig, and I am having a little bit more trouble getting this to curl. I use the same tools, the same techniques, and it is not holding the curl. One other thing is I put color in that undetectable lace wig. I kind of just wanted to do a light balayage of it, to lift it to just a darker brown and put some blonde highlights. It was brassy. Now, before you guys light up my comments and say you should have done this and you need purple shampoo and you need a toner, and I know how to dye hair, okay? Again, I've bought other wigs that I've dyed and balayage and ombre, and they came out right. I'm not at all a professional, but I use the same products on this hair and they did turn out brassy. So I can't vouch for the wig when it comes to color. And I hate to say that because I love their product, but I can't vouch for the wig when it comes to color. Now, what I will do, I'm going to take another wig that I purchased and one of the wigs in this box, and I'm going to dye them at the same time because I have a similar wig to the one that's in this box. I'm going to dye them at the same time, and I'll leave the results in the comments below because I hate to say that this wig doesn't take color well, but what I'm telling you is the last one I dyed did not take the color well. They do sell wigs that are colored. So if you're looking for a colored wig, if this is scaring you at all, maybe purchase one that's already colored. Or check the description, because I'm not gonna post this video until I have the answer to that question. Leave it in the comments below. If y'all are doing anything special for your LuvMeHair wigs, if you've had the same thing happen, or if you want to drop some beautiful pictures of your gorgeous self in your LuvMeHair wig with your beautiful curls that stay, and teach me or show me that I am wrong, I am ready. So leave that in the comments below. One thing that I do love about LuvMeHair is their customer service. Anytime I need a question asked, if I'm not sure about when something's coming, if I need a suggestion on which hair to buy, they're gonna reach back out. It doesn't matter if you purchased already, which a lot of times with a lot of companies, the customer service is good until you buy something, and then once they have your money, they stop answering. Or if you have a problem, they stop answering. The customer service completely changes after the purchase is made, and that's not the case at LuvMeHair. You're likely to get a response at any time. Again, they are an offshore company. I think based out of China. I'm not sure where they're based out of. I think the product is coming from China. So I'm assuming they're based out of China. So the hours are different. You can't email them and think that they're gonna respond in 10 minutes if it's 2 in the morning over there, but you will get a response. They're always willing to help and answer questions. Anytime I've sent a question or needed advice or information about a wig, they responded. If I had a problem, they got it taken care of. I also like the fact that you can ask for a bigger cap. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. I think they used to, I emailed them and asked, and they responded stating something along the lines of they were making their wigs on a certain size cap. And a lot of us big head girls were saying that the caps were too small. So they made the caps bigger. And then a lot of you small head wig wearers said that the caps were too big. And they are doing a great job of trying to accommodate their clients. But y'all, everybody head not the same size. Y'all can't be complaining to these people about these wig caps. So now I think we're back to the smaller wig cap. So if you order it as is, you get a smaller wig cap. But you can put in your comments, if your head is big like mine, and my head is big, y'all. I know people tell me all the time, like, you don't look like you got a big head. My head is big. No, my head is big. I can't even make my own U-part wigs. They don't make caps big enough, child. Big head problems. But if your head big too, if you have a problem, if you go, let me tell you, okay. So if you go to the hair store and you buy a regular size mannequin, or to Hobby Lobby, who sells big head mannequins. I don't know if that may be a pro tip. If you go to Hobby Lobby, they sell big head mannequins. Who is ruining my damn video? Give me a second, y'all. That was the postman, the post office driver. Brought me a package from Amazon. Y'all wanna know what's in that package? Leave me a comment down below. But as I was saying, if you go to the beauty supply store and buy a mannequin head and make a wig and it don't fit, and then you go to Hobby Lobby and you buy the big head mannequins and you make a wig and it don't fit, your head big, girl. If you try on your boyfriend cap or your girlfriend's cap or your spouse's cap and it don't fit, you probably got a big head. So all you have to do is go into your comments when you're purchasing your wig or your special order box and ask for a bigger cap, and they will see your big head behind a cap that fits that tank head. And that's the one thing that I love. Like, that's my favorite thing. I know y'all keep hearing me say I buy several wigs from LuvMeHair, but that's the reason. I buy a lot of wigs and I get them home and I have to clip the cap so they're not squeezing my brains out. One time I got a sew in with a cap and she tried to make it fit and it almost ripped my edges out. I had to take it down, girl. Being big head is not as easy as y'all think it is. So that's one thing that really comes in handy when you're purchasing from LuvMeHair. If you ask them for a bigger wig cap, you can get a bigger wig cap. Another thing that's also a portion of the reason that you're recording this video, they also have post-purchase incentives. So the structure is, if you click on the email after you've made your purchase, there's a box that says $100 bonus item. And if you click on that box, it gives you instructions on how you can use Facebook, comments, and YouTube in order to earn incentives by letting other people know about LuvMeHair. They don't say that you have to give a positive review. They don't say you have to give a negative review. All you do is a review. And I really like that because a lot of times, especially when you're shopping on places like Amazon, you'll get products and they'll say, if you leave us a 5-star review, we'll give you this. Or if you leave us a 5-star rating, we'll send you this. And even if it's not that great of a product, most people or some people will give that 5-star review just because of what they're getting in return. And in my mind, if your product is good enough, you don't have to weasel people into purchasing or leaving you a 5-star review. If you are selling a 5-star product, you should get a 5-star review anyway. So I love the fact that LuvMeHair offers their incentives just for using a review. There are specific guidelines on like the number of likes that you have to have or the number of comments or reviews that you have to have in order to receive the incentive. So make sure you read the email. If I'm not mistaken, if your video gets a certain amount of likes or your comment gets a certain amount of likes, you get $50. And then there's another number of likes that you get and you get $50 more. And then there's a third tier. If your video or like gets like 2,000 views, you get a free wig. So I think that's a great incentive. So for all of you that are on the edge of buying, go back through all of these likes and dislikes and then consider this incentive that if you can get 2,000 people to watch your video, real quality likes, real quality comments and views, you can get another wig. So even if you don't like it, you can just get a different one. That was an incentive enough for me to get started on reviewing LuvMeHair. I'm kidding, I had already bought like 3 or 4 of their wigs before I started reviewing them, before I even got on YouTube. But that is a really good incentive. Also, you also get bags of goodies when you purchase your LuvMeHair wigs. So a lot of times they'll send you a flat iron. So certain products will get you a flat iron. Other products will get you a gift pack. So depending on what you buy, either way, you get a free gift. So if that's not enough to tempt you to go ahead and purchase, I don't even know why you're watching this video. Again, these are all things that enhance the process. Like I said, the customer service, the shipping experience, post-purchase incentives. You also can get either a flat iron or a gift pack. The gift pack usually includes like the things you're gonna need to install your wig, which is tweezers if your wig isn't pre-plucked. Sometimes they'll send wig straps, bobby pins. I've gotten hair clips. I've gotten cute little Christmas antlers. So there are several different things that they use just to show customer appreciation and to send you out a free gift with your purchase. Their pricing is always really good. One other thing about purchasing on LuvMeHair is comparable to other websites. Their prices are the best. That's just hands down for the quality of product that you're going to receive. Their pricing is the best, and there's always typically a coupon code or a savings. Somewhere between 22 to 30% is where it typically lies. I would say as long as you're at 22 to 24%, that's a good enough deal for you to go ahead and purchase. But their prices without the incentive are also very competitive. If you shop them against similar length, quality, style, hair products, especially those that are gonna last you. I've had this wig for quite a while. This is, again, my first time curling it, and it won't hold a curl, but could be something I did wrong. I don't know. But those are a list of my likes and dislikes of LuvMeHair.com. If you have anything that you really like that I left out, please comment that down below. If there's anything that you don't like or anything that you've noticed about your product from LuvMeHair, leave that in the comments down below. If you guys can help me figure out what type of flat iron I need to get some curls to stay in this head. But seriously, I know how to curl a wig, and this one is just not holding a curl. LuvMeHair, what's up? But if you guys would take a moment to subscribe, please click the subscribe button with the bell so that you get a notification every time that I drop a new video. If you have any video ideas, please leave that in the comments below. And as always, go out and be a doll. See you guys later.